We'll call this meeting to order. This is the City of Buckeye Council meeting for Tuesday, December 2nd, 2025. We will start off this evening with the invocation led by Ms. Ellen Berry, New Jerusalem Ministries, followed by the pledge led by Vice Mayor Hustis. Would you please stand?
You see every need. Ask you, Lord, that you touch the council, God. Give them ears to hear, hearts to receive, God. Give them wisdom and knowledge, Father, how to watch over Buckeye, how to direct and guide Buckeye. Lord, we give you the praise and the glory for the new things that are coming. Father, the beginning of those things, Lord God, that's been in the hearts, Lord, we give you the praise for it. We ask your blessing over this town, over all our communities, over all the businesses, Father. And we pray.
Amen.
Would you join me, please, in our Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you very much. Can we have the roll call, please?
Councilmember Yonker is absent. Councilmember Berry.
Here.
Councilmember Goodman.
Present.
Councilmember Hegestad is absent. Councilmember Beard.
Here.
Vice Mayor Hustis.
Here.
Mayor Osborne.
Present. Thank you very much. Item number 2 is comments from the public. Members of the audience may comment on any non-agenda item of interest. Do we have any speaker request cards?
There are no speaker requests.
There are no speaker request cards. We will move on to item number 3, awards, presentations, and proclamations. 3A, Sounds of Autism will present Mayor and Council with a Unified Responder Community Award. And then we will have a proclamation following that. So, Jamie, you're up. You've done this before, haven't you?
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, members of the council. My name is Jamie Aldama, and I serve as the Executive Director for Sounds of Autism. We are a West Valley nonprofit working with families, loved one diagnosed with autism and other mental health issues. And families are working with crisis, real-time crisis right here in the backyard, right here. Mayor, tonight we gather to bring light to the many accomplishments you have made and qualify the city of Buckeye, Arizona as a unified response. To name a few, Mayor and Vice Mayor, you adopted and have supported adopted programs throughout the city since 2017, Mayor. You are champions of Sons of Autism and adopted programs. We have supported our annual Unified Responders Community Walk for the last 2 years. Our first turnout in 2024, we had 700. The Buckeye Resource Center, Mayor, has been a significant resource for families who are needing support for autism and others at risk. I want to personally thank Danny Rios and Daniels. I know you are your resource. Mayor Police Chief Sanders and his department know that Sounds of Autism is just a phone call away, Mayor. Buckeye Police do a great job supporting autism at-risk populations within Buckeye. Buckeye officers, their crisis team, their PIO, have great advocates. We are grateful to Chief Sanders and our team. Mayor, from Fire Chief Rhodes, Fire Chaplain Jeff Judy, and your constituents, we have been supported by their advocacy. Grateful for their partnership. Mayor, Vice Mayor, and members of the council, we ask you to take a moment to reflect on how easy it was for you to do your part. Always having the right mindset, offering compassion and empathy to the community you serve, or being an inclusive government. Not one of you did what you did because you were asked. This was an unconditional act of love, kindness, and support. proud of you, and more importantly, your constituents are proud of you. Please continue to raise the bar, set examples for the other leaders within the West Valley as they too work to navigate the needs of the disability population and the abilities of those living with autism in the West Valley. Joining us tonight, some of our supporters, Salvation Army, Arizona Community Impact, Vision Heavenly Peace, West Valley Mavericks, Furnace Place, Kiwanis Litchfield, Buckeye Elementary School District, Buckeye Union High School. Mayor, Vice Mayor, and members of the city manager, thank you so much. We could not have done what we do for your families and your without you. You have led the way, paved the way, and you're the furthest out in the West Valley, and you've worked the hardest, and we appreciate you. Vice Mayor, we appreciate your personal support to the organization, to the West Valley, and to the families you call home. We're here to thank you. Along with me is our founder, her husband, Kevin. They have put their life into Sons of Autism. We're here to tell you thank you. We're grateful, and Merry Christmas to each one of you. What you're doing, you are leading the way, and we're right behind you. Okay, we have something to provide to you and the entire city. We'd like to offer this to you as our gratefulness and our thankful all for the work you're doing. Autism and others.
Thank you.
I'm gonna leave this right here. That's okay?
Yeah, for right now, and then I'm gonna come down, read a proclamation. Lucinda will guard that for us right there, so that nobody makes off with it. I'm gonna come down over here, and if y'all would join me down here, I got a proclamation to read.
This with us. It belongs to y'all now, so.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we have a proclamation tonight. This is a proclamation for the city of Buckeye, Arizona. Whereas Sounds of Autism is a local nonprofit established in 2012 to bring a voice to autism spectrum disorder. It is through their 2021 initiative, a unified responder community, that the collaborative movement provide more access, options, and opportunities throughout cities of Arizona for individuals with autism and others at risk, so no one is ever left alone. And whereas Sounds of Autism is committed to their mission to safely integrate families and children of autism, including other at-risk, back into society through love and support. Families are the love of their mission, and support is everyone else. And whereas this month and every month, Sounds of Autism Unified Responder Community Movement encourages unity amongst all Arizonans to have compassion and support for individuals living life on a spectrum and others at risk as they bring a voice to autism to help bridge the gap. One step, one city, 1 acre at a time. And whereas Sounds of Autism defines ACRE as A for autism and at-risk families, C for community and community officials, R for first responders of all types, and E for employers and educators. Sounds of Autism believes encompasses unity amongst all. Whereas the city of Buckeye, together with community partners and organizations, values efforts that expand opportunities, enhance understanding, and encourage greater inclusion of individuals, blind or visually impaired in every aspect of life. Now, therefore, be it known that I, Eric W. Orsborn, Mayor of the City of Buckeye, do hereby proclaim the month of December as Unified Responder Community Month, City of Buckeye, and encourage our schools, employers, and residents to support opportunities that promote independence, inclusion, and respect for individuals who are blind or visually impaired. I think we got a mix on there. We're combining a bunch of stuff in this proclamation. Yes. So this is given under my hand in these free United States in the city of Buckeye on the second day of December 2025, into which I have caused the seal of the city of Buckeye to be affixed and made this proclamation public.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Do one
I'll start snapping a few. Thank you. Let me get a couple of the cell phone too. All right, great. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Thank you for all of that. Thanks for indulging us in that. Item number 4 is consent agenda items and new business. Approval of items on the consent agenda. All items with an asterisk are considered to be routine matters and will be enacted by one motion and vote of the City Council. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a council member requests. This section may include the approval of minutes from previous meetings. And just a note, from myself here, I'm recusing myself from taking any action on consent agenda item 4G and have filed a declaration with the city clerk's office regarding my non-involvement in this matter. So, council, for the consent agenda, what is your pleasure?
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion that we approve consent agenda items 4A as in Adam through 4J as in John.
Second.
I have a motion for approval and a second for the consent agenda. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
And opposed? And the consent agenda passes unanimous. All right, public hearings, non-consent, new business. 5A, council take action on the transit master plan update. The current City of Buckeye Transit Master Plan was completed by the Maricopa Association of Governments in November 2016. A city council action item was to update the transit master plan to address concerns from residents. The goal was to study whether Buckeye needs public transit, what options make sense, how much they would cost. And the study looked at Buckeye's growth, land use, and population trends that included input from residents, workers, and community partners. It outlines practical recommendations and a step-by-step plan for how to move forward, including cost, staffing, funding sources, and timelines. And John Willett has all the answers and is going to be presenting here tonight.
Yes, sir, Mayor, Vice Mayor, council members. As mentioned before, this is the Transit Master Plan. This is a smaller presentation than what was presented at the workshop on October 7th. So with that, I will get right to this. Oh, John Willett, Deputy Director of Transportation in the Program Management Office. I don't know what I did. Oh, using the wrong button. So why are we updating the Transit Master Plan? One, it was a council strategic action item from several years ago. We wanted to identify the type of transit service that best serves Buckeye. And lastly, implement a short and long-term strategy with calculated milestones. That's why we did this update. So what did we do? We looked at some key factors that drive transit demand. We did a lot of surveys, community survey, online, in public settings at the Buckeye County Library, as well as the community center, talked to people. We actually put this out for public comment after the workshop on October 7th. We did receive 17 comments back from residents, and we've incorporated those into the master plan, transit master plan. And we also identified, what do we have today? What service are we providing? So we looked at all of that. What's our summary of our findings? One, our density for Buckeye is a little challenging to provide a standard fixed route system. We're scattered about. More importantly, we are several miles away from where Valley Metro's current fixed route system ends. So to connect the dots made it kind of challenging to try to implement, and the terms I like to use is like tomorrow. Will it get here eventually? Yes. I just can't tell you exactly when that would happen. Services like microtransit are out there on demand. This is similar to what Goodyear and Avondale are using today, the WeRide system, where you call or you book it online, they come pick you up at a community center spot or a mailbox or park in your community and take you to your destination. It's kind of like Uber for transit. Connections between downtown Buckeye, Sundance, Verrado, we are scattered about, so trying to make all those connections easily is a little challenging. The bottom map or figure there shows you the types of land uses and the support transit. We kind of fit the bottom three. We're not highly densely populated, i.e. like New York, but we're not also 100% rural like Montana. We're kind of a mix of some urban, suburban, and some dense rural, scattered about rural. So what fits that the best is more of the on-demand transit service kind of system. And that's what we're looking at bringing on here in the ultimate condition. So 644 surveys is what we received over 2 months. This is when we first started this. What we found out from most people is they have come back. We had 2 different groups. We had low income or high income. They both kind of came back and said, we need some kind of system. What we found out from the high income is, we don't know what Buckeye needs, but there should be something. They didn't have a specific one to say it needs to be microtransit or fixed route or something else. But they said something would be nice to have, and they would use it if it was available. We found out from a lot of low income, without some kind of transit, a lot of them were missing things. They couldn't get to work. They couldn't get to an appointment. It was quite challenging. So that's the stuff we found out from people. So we came up with a couple of short-term and long-term strategies. The short-term is what we're trying to implement now, working with the Community Services Department. They have hired a transit coordinator who has already begun working on what they're going to do. We've moved some buses around. We've ordered some new buses. They should be here in early 2026. And what we're going to provide is kind of an on-demand system, but not a purely on-demand. Not like you can call today or call like right now and get an appointment. You can book an appointment 2 days in advance. And so we're going to start doing that soon. Long-term is how do we work with Valley Metro to continue to get some kind of services out here? And then how do we expand the city's investment in public transportation? Is it the microtransit using Uber, or is it a pure microtransit system itself? Next steps, we are going to implement the pilot program. We are just now starting. When I say we, I can't take credit for it. It's all Miranda's group and Community Services Development, our department, that's going to be doing this. They have several buses. They'll be able to drive people around. We're going to, again, evaluate microtransit. Microtransit, while it's new, is still evolving on what it can provide. What can we bring in kind of microtransit? Microtransit has some challenges. They typically work within a geofence area, and the geofence area may not be completely adaptable for what we want in Buckeye, but we're going to work with them, evaluate, see how we can adapt it, make it work. And then funding. This is the most important part, is how do we support this city service we're going to provide. We've been taking the approach that this is just like a library service or a park service. It's something the city needs to fund. It's a service we provide to our residents. There's not a lot of money back on it, but it's just something we need to do. With that, I will stop and answer any questions you have. Again, it's the abbreviated version of the one I presented.
Okay, questions from council? Let's do Councilman Goodman, and then we'll go to you.
Hi, John, thanks. Can you explain a little bit more about how this is going to work? Is it the reservation system? Is it point to point? Somebody will be picked up at a certain point and dropped off at a certain point? Or is it like bus stops? Somebody needs to be there for the bus to come by.
Mayor Council Goodman, the way it works is very similar to, it's an adaptation of what they've been doing already, where Mr. Jones calls up and asks to get picked up. They go to his house, pick him up, take him to the Community Services Department, or the Senior Center. The way to work going forward is if Mr. Jones wants to get picked up and taken to a doctor's appointment, they'll pick him up at his house and take him to a doctor's appointment. We are not going to require people to walk to a bus stop to get picked up and then walk from the bus stop to the destination. So It's very similar to Uber, where you get picked up at your house and dropped off at your destination, but city services will be doing it using the vans that we have.
Okay, and that brings the next question. You had said we had ordered some buses. Can you explain what type of vehicles we'll be using?
So what we've acquired, and I'm trying to, it's like a Chrysler minivan. It's kind of what it looks very similar to what we ride the buses look like, the little vans. It holds 3 to 4 people in it. The goal is to try to maximize the number of riders going to a place. So if Mr. Jones and Mr. Smith are going to the same doctor's appointment, same time, we would try to schedule, pick them both up and drop them off at one time.
So kind of like Miranda's soccer mom would be driving?
Yes, almost.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Vice Mayor, questions?
Just a point to be made on this. Did I hear at one time there's only one city in the world that actually makes a profit doing this? And wasn't it the city of Hong Kong?
Mayor, Vice Mayor, that is correct. That is what I had heard over time, that transit is not a moneymaker. Why Hong Kong makes money, I couldn't tell you why. Maybe they put enough people on the buses and they charge enough, I don't know.
So no matter how we look at this, it's going to cost us money. It's going to cost the city money. And I'm just looking at 3 buses. Are we going to man all 3 of the buses with drivers 24/7? Or how are we going to work some of these details out? If I call and I've got a 7 o'clock appointment in Avondale, how are you going to have someone come in at 6 in the morning to pick me up, to drive me there, and then wait for me to bring me home? I mean, some of the details, I'm just curious about what I'm going to tell people when they start asking me about this.
Initially, and maybe I'll have Miranda jump on this one because she knows a lot more about this, so I'm gonna call my lifeline.
Good evening, Mayor and Council, Vice Mayor. So as John mentioned, we have hired a transit coordinator. So his job is to come in and kind of iron out all those details, if you will. And starting just kind of what we're envisioning right now is some extended hours, knowing that we're in Buckeye, we're a little bit further out from some of the medical services specifically. So we're looking at some hours, maybe 7 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. kind of off the bat. We do have 2.5 drivers that we have yet to hire. Those are January funded positions. So as we start developing this system, we'll determine what those hours are going to be, and that's where we're going to start. We'll open up for reservations. We are at the beginning of this going to be asking for 48 hours advanced reservations to be made. We'll kind of see what our use looks like at that point. If our whole day is not full, then we'll take same day reservations if they come our way. We would fill our schedules as we can. If they fill up, straight off the bat with the 2-day reservation system, then we'll know what the need looks like, and we'll be able to start making some schedules based off some actual, real life data. So to answer your question, how will you know how to answer the questions as your residents start calling? We will be sure to have all of that information to you. We'll have very easy places to direct them where they can find the information very easily. Pamphlets, handouts, websites, all of those things. They just are yet to be built because we literally just hired the person and we're getting ready to build that program. So as John mentioned, it will be a pilot program, and part of that will just be us kind of, I tell my staff often, monitor and adjust. We're gonna have to watch what happens and adjust as the demand comes or doesn't come. And I think that we'll learn some things for sure over the first few months.
I know myself and Councilman Goodman have got senior areas in our communities.
Yes.
And I know Saturday when I have coffee with a group of them, I'm going to be asked questions about this.
Yes.
And I didn't know how soon you're going to have information out or how soon something's going to be out to start giving us information to answer these questions that are going to be coming at us.
Yes, sir. So we're hoping, I want to tell you this next summer is a very, I think, easily achievable target date. If we can do it sooner than that, we will. So again, part of that just depends on how quickly we can get people hired. They're in the process of building and working through the software system and building that so that it's easy to use. we'll want to make sure that it gets tested and you know, QA, QC'd, making sure that it's easy to use and works when you pull it up and all the buttons do what they're supposed to do. So we're still probably, I would say, you know, 3 to 6 months out after the first of the year. But again, once we kind of start getting all that stuff on, hire our folks, we'll have a cleaner timeline for you for implementation.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions from council? None? Seeing none, this is an action item, so council agenda item 5A, what is your pleasure?
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion that we approve as presented, agenda item 5A as an Adam.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion for approval of agenda item 5A and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
And opposed? And 5A passes unanimous. All right. Thank you, Mr. Willett. On to agenda item 5B, council take action on the nomination and appointment of a vice mayor for a one-year term beginning December 2nd, 2025. Summary, the City Codes of Ordinance, Section 2-2-2, Vice Mayor requires the council to annually elect a vice mayor by motion at the first regular meeting in December of each year, unless the council deems it appropriate to move the election of the vice mayor to another meeting. Vice mayor shall be elected by a majority vote of the members of the council present at the election meeting. In absence or disability of the mayor, the vice mayor shall serve as acting mayor and shall have all the powers, duties, and responsibilities of the mayor during such absence or disability. So for agenda item 5B, do we have any nominations for a vice mayor?
Mr. Mayor, I would like to nominate Dr. Clay Goodman, who is currently our District 4 councilman, for the position of vice mayor for this upcoming year.
Okay. Do you have any other nominations? Okay, so we have Dr. Clay Goodman nominated. So we need a second on that.
Second.
Okay. And we have a motion for Councilman Goodman and a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. And opposed? All right. Welcome, Vice Mayor Goodman. Okay, great. That concludes the regular agenda. Item number 6, comments from the mayor and council. Do we have any comments tonight from any mayor, council members? Yep, Vice Mayor.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, council member.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sorry.
We had recently a collection made of canned goods, and as you could see them out in the lobby. And I believe at 3,000 pounds, we were to then have a couple of volunteers, which at the time was myself as vice mayor and Mr. Mayor himself, to receive a pie in the face at a future event. Since I am no longer vice mayor, I am
Dirty.
now nominating our new vice mayor and our current mayor to receive the pies in the face. And I'd like to, I could not make a motion on that, but I'd like to make that as a strong suggestion.
I second.
This is how he
Will
works.
take place, I believe, on the 18th of this month at an event. And the mayor, I believe the mayor, since we collected 6,000 pounds, someone said he receives 2 pies.
Oh, boy.
Well, I wouldn't want to make that as a motion, but I think he's offered, I believe, to receive 2 pies. So I hope they're soft.
I'm really glad you're not vice mayor anymore. You know that?
Who put a quarter in the
Vice Mayor that is also receiving a pie, so I'm sure he won't have too much compassion or sympathy. That's all I've got to say.
Are you done down there today?
I'd like to congratulate our new Vice Mayor, and I think he's going to do a great job. Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Didn't know there were pies involved.
Yeah. Do you want to take it back?
Take one for the team.
Okay, any other comments from council? Just a thank you, Councilman Councilman Eustis, for serving as vice mayor over the last year. Really appreciate your willingness to step up and your leadership and always being a part of what is happening here at the city. Craig, we really appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, and good luck to you being vice mayor and the whole pie in the face thing also. Item number 7, city manager's report and summary of current events.
Thank you, Mayor. Just want to highlight that the city kicked off the holiday season with a Cotton Fest last Saturday, featuring more than 40 local vendors, over 100 classic car entries, lively performances, and a history of cotton exhibit hosted by the Buckeye Main Street Coalition and Buckeye Valley Museum. The evening was wrapped up with Mayor Osborne and Councilmember Berry lighting up the holiday tree. So thank you for that. I also want to say that there are many more upcoming festivities, including the Glow Monroe and photos with Santa Sundance Park. And information about upcoming holiday events can be found on the website as well as our social media accounts. And that concludes my report.
Okay. Thank you, Javier. Item number 8, proposal for future agenda items. Any from council? Not seeing any. Item number 9, with nothing else on the agenda, we are adjourned.